Yeah.
I had the camera thing down. It wasn't showing it. It was
Okay.
closed.
Gotcha. Well, anyway, Reed, are you still there?
I'm listening.
Okay.
You had not planned to spend the night.
We
but
had
I'm
not
glad
planned to
you
spend the
did.
night, but when we pulled up, it was about 1 o'clock, and we were both exhausted. And my sister and brother-in-law were on their deck having a glass of wine. He said, "Barbara, let me pour you." Barbara said, "No, we got to keep driving." And then he said, "Bill, can I pour you in?" And I said, "Sure." So I knew at that point we were going to spend the night.
That was a good
Anyway,
move.
thank you for asking. So consequently, Monday morning, the drive from up there down here was beautiful. I've never seen the interstate so light, and so that made it very nice. We pulled in, and we're still getting kind of organized, but we love being here, and it's a nice change.
Wonderful.
Thank you so much for asking, Reed.
We're having a beautiful day in the mountains, but we probably don't have your 83 degrees.
No, because we talked with the Gibbs earlier. They said it was pretty but chilly. So
We had a huge frost again this morning.
Yeah, we
oh,
did.
you did.
Hey, Robin.
Hey,
Hey,
Robin.
Hey, Robin.
hey, hey, Tim.
Robin.
Good. Howdy do, Robin.
I'm good.
Good.
I've got
Well,
my
we're
friend
gonna-
with me again today.
Oh,
boy,
yeah.
look at that.
There you go.
Nice.
She's
Oh,
behaving right now.
Yeah.
Right now, eh?
Yeah. She is.
Who's that
You know,
long-haired person named?
Hey, Chuck.
Yeah, hey. I was asking who the long-haired person named Home is. You are getting long there. You are getting long, Nelson.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
I'll have to rename me.
yeah.
It's good stuff, actually.
Nice, looking good. And
You look
Tim,
relaxed, Chuck.
haven't seen you in a while. Welcome, welcome.
Thank you.
Yep. It got here, Chuck.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, this is Tim. Yeah, I got on board here today.
Yeah, excellent, excellent.
Good to see you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
I got my
Ruby.
name.
There's Ruby. Hey, Ruby.
Yes. I'm here.
And Chuck, we have Marvin Rogers on. I see his name. Are you on, Marvin?
Oh.
It's got like a camera with an X to it right now.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, he's a prospective member that Bob Kokel had mentioned.
Oh,
Oh,
excellent,
cool.
excellent.
So he's joining us for the first time.
Yeah, he
We'll
may
see.
not have given video
Tina.
permission or
Hi,
something.
Tina.
We'll see how it works
Hey.
out.
We
And we
appreciate
can
you
see
joining
Tina
us.
today.
Yeah, I actually came into work, so I'd have a signal here.
We thank you for
We
that.
just got our internet back last night. We were without from Saturday until last night.
From the storm?
No, moving. They weren't,
Oh,
they didn't follow the protocol and install it like they were supposed to.
Robin, are you in a new house?
I am, but I'm not there now. I'm at my son's today. I'm babysitting.
I see.
But we are.
Congratulations.
We're not. We have boxes everywhere. We're not unpacked a bit.
Well, we have boxes and we're in the same old house down here in Florida. We have transitional boxes.
Ah,
So
and
Bill,
just got a message from Bing, and he won't be able to join us today after all.
oh,
okay,
I hate that.
we'll still do the presentation because you're recording it, right, Robin?
Yes,
We'll just do it. We'll still do it. There's
I hate
Bob.
that didn't work last week. I'll have to work on that. I thought when I assigned another host that you would have the same host capabilities.
Yeah, well, that could have been me. I don't really know what I was supposed to look for after the meeting ended. So. Hey, Bob.
George, how we doing?
Hey,
Good.
Bob.
We
Were you
see.
trying to
You trying to claim responsibility for some technology item? Because that would just be a bad idea.
I think if it was before 1990, I'm okay.
Was there technology before 1990?
I don't know.
I mean, we had pocket knives. I remember those.
They had Xerox copiers.
If anyone needs to know how much of a loop to put in a bell and how a projector, I know just exactly how to do it.
Yep.
Were you on the AV squad? Is that what you're trying to tell us?
Absolutely.
There's Neil.
Hey guys, how y'all doing?
Good.
We're good.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
And you can hear me and everything. Wow.
There he is.
I did it. I doed it.
Congratulations.
Hey, Robin. Robin, I shared my sign-on with Marvin, who you can't see, although he's my guest today. Can two people sign on to the same link, or are they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should be able to.
So Marvin, you there with us?
Yeah, I'm on the telephone, but I can't see anybody, and I don't think people can see me for some reason. I don't know why it's not working.
Yeah. You home where there's a
But I can hear everybody. I can hear everybody fine.
Okay. Everybody, Marvin, everybody. It's my guest for the day.
How are you all?
Hey, Marvin.
We're great.
I was hanging around Spruce Pine, and as people walked by, I was begging them, please, I need a guest for Rotary.
Well, you know, that on one hand, that doesn't speak too well for his intelligence, but on the other hand, he's smart enough.
Yeah, I know where this is going.
But on the other hand, he's smart enough not to have the video on.
I just don't know how to. I don't think that. I just don't.
The fact that he agreed to be my guest in and of itself is probably a bad idea for him, huh?
Yeah. We got notice earlier that Alex will not be joining us. He had a funeral he had to go to, so you know, we'll have to do Plan B for our spin the wheel and the ace of spades later.
Hey, did I win last week?
No,
Oh, man.
no, I won both of them, didn't I? Didn't I get both of them last week?
Yeah, you sure did.
It was my lucky day. Although I didn't get the ace of spades. I didn't draw it.
No,
I
I mean,
had it picked out, but then Alex put his thumb on it and moved it.
the previous meeting I won and Alex wasn't there and I didn't get to pull a card.
Right. So now you'll get to pull it again next week.
And now Alex isn't here, so I don't get to pull a card again.
So I don't know if anybody needs to, that doesn't have permanent numbers, that wants to pick any numbers and let Robin know.
Robin's on mute.
Yep. She doesn't want us to hear the little baby.
You're still on mute.
There.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah, I'll put you down for either wheel or ace of spades.
I don't have either one, so you can put me down for both.
Okay, do you have a number preference or do you want me to just give you one?
Give me a random.
Okay, let me see here, Bill. You'll be, oh, bless you. You'll be 19 and 66.
Okay.
on
And
the
19
wheel.
is for ace of, no, 66 is ace of spades.
No, you get two numbers on the wheel.
Oh, okay.
You want on ace of spades too, you'll be number 8.
All right. You're writing that down because I'm not.
I have a little chart.
Okay.
Actually, my printer's not hooked up yet, so I'm typing it on the sheet on my computer.
Okay.
She's keeping track of who not to, numbers to call. So I'm just
Anybody else?
saying, Bill, you're out of luck, but thank you for the donation.
I do want to comment here. I know some of you, most of you were disappointed in the recommendation not to meet physically together, but really to have a remote is nice for those of us who are not in town. So this is a nice way to connect.
It is.
So, about that.
Last week, we had Doug Suddeth join us from
Yes.
Newburgh.
Yeah.
So
I missed
it
him.
is. It's very nice. We can bring in.
And Tim today.
Mhm.
Ooh.
Now you can mute Robin.
Hmm?
We can hear her now.
She's happy, at least. She
Yeah.
sees all those people.
Yeah.
She's sleepy. She's rubbing her eyes. I'm trying to keep her awake for a little while.
So, Bill, what's your preferred pronunciation of your last name?
My name?
Yes.
It's been mutilated through the years, so I'll go by any of the above, but it's Felkel.
Felkel.
That's it.
Okay. We were just wondering, we didn't want to butcher it too bad.
Well, you know what? It's been butchered. I've been Fecal, Farkle, Felkel, Felker, Felkel, Feckle. So, it's any of the above would be fine.
And what nationality is it?
Swiss German.
Swiss German. Okay.
Yes.
Is that Swiss or German?
Well, the borders weren't the same then as they are now. So
Yeah.
Sorry. I had that.
my forebears were in the 1760s.
Oh, I saw the baby.
Yep.
Well, Tim's looking pretty good, isn't he? You're looking a little healthier now, Tim.
Well,
Just speak.
Yeah.
a little better than I was last December.
Hey, baby.
Hey, baby, she's cute. That's very special having a baby in Rotary.
Right.
I thought I'd never have a grandchild, so I'm kind of, taking.
Kind of partial, aren't you?
How old is she?
She's 5.5 months.
I've got a new granddaughter that just turned 7 months.
Oh.
And we've been
nice.
doing major child care down there. And so, boy, that just looks real familiar to me.
Yep.
I'm a diaper expert again, let me tell you.
Yeah. It's like riding a bike. You don't forget.
You wish you could sometimes, but you don't forget.
You just hope that it's not all the time, right?
Yeah.
Well, I've been keeping her on Thursdays. I didn't keep her last week, but her
Well,
mom
Robin-
works from home, but she has to go out and get signatures and stuff on things. So I get the fortunate job of keeping her on Thursday or Friday sometimes.
Nice.
Robin, you talk about not forgetting. I can recall when my mom went to diaper my child and had no idea what a disposable diaper was. My wife walks in and looks at her and goes, "Vivian, what you doing?" She goes, "I'm not really sure," because she holds my daughter up, and the diaper was backwards, and the tapes were on her body, not on the diaper. So these things really should come with directions depending what generation you are, if you're a cloth diaper or a disposable diaper.
Yep.
Well, I guess most of us grew up on cloth diapers.
Yeah.
Yeah. I used disposable with my kids, but the tapes were sticky. Now they're like Velcro, so you can re-stick them.
You're not telling me you recycle, do you?
Ooh. Rinse and wear, baby. Rinse and wear. Come on.
Yeah. Have you practiced that, Reed? A little recycling?
Yes, but not diapers.
Well, we hauled off a bunch yesterday.
Can you see my little bundle of
Oh, there
joy?
she is.
Oh,
Wow.
what a cutie. She has hair.
He's got a little bit of hair. Yeah.
Ada
Yeah.
doesn't have any hair.
Yeah, we just came up this morning. We were down there for 3 days. Her
Oh,
childcare
nice.
had fall break, so we were down there taking care of her. So
That's awesome.
Where's down there?
near Greenville, South Carolina, Duncan.
Mhm.
So
I
not
know
far-
where Duncan is.
Yeah, about an hour and 15 minutes from our driveway.
That's
So not far at all.
that's close enough and far enough.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
That's
Who's-
Marvin.
Who's on the phone that we can't see besides Well, Marvin dropped off, I think.
No, I'm still on here. I think my connection got, but I dialed in from the phone when I realized that my connection wasn't doing very well.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
Well,
excellent.
we have another Marvin on now. So our Marvin, there's a prospective member, Marvin, who's just joined in on the conversation.
Right.
The more Marvins, the merrier.
You know,
Well, Reed,
oh, Barbara, I thought it was bogus.
looks like it's 12:15. Reed, would you like to start us with a prayer and a pledge of allegiance?
I certainly will. I'd first like to just say I'm so glad that Bill Felkel made a safe trip back, and it's good to see Tim. And
Thank you,
guys
Reed.
are very special to us. So let's pray.
Mhm.
Our kind and gracious Heavenly Father, we thank you for the events of this day. We thank you for the good and perfect gifts you bestowed upon us, this beautiful weather. We thank you for the fellowship of Rotary. We ask that you will be with us as we make decisions and as we fellowship and as we salute Paul Harris and his great achievements. We ask these things in thy precious name. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States
States
of America.
and to the republic for which it
For which it
stands,
stands,
one nation,
nation,
God,
under God,
with liberty
indivisible.
for all.
liberty for all.
Good job.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you, Reed. And welcome, everybody. And special welcome to our visitor, Mr. Rogers, Marvin
Thank
Rogers.
you. Yeah, thank you.
And so we see we see the one with the cross through the camera and has your name on. Then we see that you also have the dial in. So we got you coming and going there. Thank you.
Thank you for letting me join.
Sure. So want to get started with Rotary announcements. Any Rotary announcements for today? Yes, Mark.
I've got one. The Dark Sky Observatory event is going to be next Tuesday, the 10th. And I reconfirmed about the time. She said that she'd like for us to get there about 5 so we could see the place in the daylight. And then the actual tour begins at 5:30 is what she said. So I think we had 5 Rotarians and their spouses, a 10 total. So I guess you know who you are.
Yeah.
I'll
Next
send an
Tuesday.
email out for everybody. I'll announce it.
Thank you. And,
last week you alluded to the fact that if there were enough interest, you might do another tour. We'll be back in mid-March. I know Barbara and I would love to be a part of a second tier group if that's possible.
We'll certainly look into that. And I was wondering, I was told that they use red lights there to keep, your night blindness from popping up. So people should not bring flashlights and so forth. You reckon we don't need to do that?
Well, if you bring a flashlight, just don't use it during the observatory part. But if you
Yeah,
need to
of course.
find your car at the end, you might want to have one.
I'll go right off that mountain. Okay. Well, let's hope for good weather next week. I hadn't even looked to see what is scheduled for on Tuesday, but let's hope that we have some clear skies. So thank you for putting this all together, Marvin, and arranging this. This should be good. I guess talking about on announcements, and it was mentioned earlier, talking about whether or not we're getting together. Unfortunately, COVID is surging a little bit in our area. It continues to bump up. Yesterday, Yancey announced 25 positives, which is, I think, their largest single day bump. Today on one of the websites, Yancey, Mitchell, Madison, and Avery, all 4 of us counties are in the red zone, which means that we're having, I think it's over 20 or 25 positives per 100,000. And so we are having a little surge here, and got word earlier today that there might be a positive in Yancey County schools, which, you know, how that can be problematic. So I think as we talked last week, not even considering getting together until December. And I think that's probably where we should be at this point. Or do y'all have any thoughts on that?
That sounds good
I
to
think
me.
it's wise.
Okay. Yeah, so we'll move this out. I think we talked about that not doing anything in November. Of course, we're at that point now, and we'll move it to December. I'm almost thinking that we start talking about January, but we'll see. Maybe there'll be a real drop off here. I'm not too optimistic on that. All right. If no other announcements, what about Happy Dollars?
I got one.
All right.
Y'all can guess why.
You're in
You're
your new
holding
house.
it.
Little baby, the baby.
Yeah.
I guess I should do two.
Oh, the baby.
The baby in the house.
We'll let you do two.
Yeah.
I've got two. One of them is I'm happy to see Tim back online for a
Yay,
visit.
Tim.
And I'm also happy to see Neil here visiting us, even though his duties.
I know my thing says Ned Land because that's a name I have that I use sometimes. And I don't know when I set it up, who knows why it picked that. I don't know. But it's me, Neil St. Clair, not Ned Land.
So for those that don't know, I mean, most of you do, obviously, but you know, Neil was our assistant district governor last year, and he is still gracious enough to come and do this presentation for us today.
Yep. Thank you very much, Neil. We really appreciate it. We hate that you were unable to join us for the live presentation. I know.
Yeah,
you really
me
wanted,
too.
You
I
wanted
was,
to
guess
be
what?
there.
I was down taking care of my granddaughter. But I got to make this one, so I'm pretty excited. That's great.
Yeah, we are too.
I'm happy. I'm happy because my car broke down and now it is on back in it.
Ah, you're back. You got your wheels. You got wheels now. Excellent. Excellent.
Yes.
I got a happy dollar for my truck. My driver's side door has always annoyed me, and I finally got it fixed down at Stafford's, and I had to call the guy back up an hour later saying, I didn't know how annoying that door sounded until it got fixed. So I'm happy for that.
That's wonderful.
I would say that I have a very happy dollar that Barbara and I made it safely down to Florida. When you get on the highway system, you just never know, but it wasn't so unpleasant. And we're glad to be back in Florida.
Yeah. All right. Nelson, would you be able to do some random numbers for us?
I don't know how to do that on my phone.
Okay. Is anybody else?
I can do it on the computer.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
okay. Go ahead, George.
Well, I got to get it up.
Oh. I pulled it up on my phone, but.
Did you get it?
Huh?
Does somebody have it already?
I do.
Oh, okay. Well, go ahead. We'll let you do
Okay.
it.
Let
We'll
me
let you do
spin
it.
here. Okay, 62. Let me look at my sheet here. Oh, Glenn is a permanent wheel number on 62, so he
Wow.
wins.
Wow.
Right.
Wow, on the first spin.
First spin.
Okay,
This must be his day.
it must be.
So if he's not here, we get to decide how to spend his money.
I think it's all of about $7.
Yeah.
I can do random generator next time. I figured it out.
Okay.
Well, you can do it for the Ace of Spades later.
Well,
Then
they
there
got
won't
one
be
for
any
that?
question of me doing both.
Yeah, you can at least see who gets to draw, but we don't have the cards to draw today unless somebody can pull a deck out.
We
Well,
can
no,
draw
we can't. We
next
have to have
week.
that. We have to have that one deck. Never mind.
Yeah.
We have to use the fixed deck.
Yeah, but we can draw their name out and let them.
Yeah.
And you need,
And Nelson gets to draw.
What's our total numbers for the picks?
8.
No, I mean,
Yeah, 8 unless, no, wait a minute, let me look, because Bill got one. Let me
no, I
scroll
mean, we
down
go
here.
from,
Yeah, 8, Bill
number,
was number 8, so yeah.
no, I mean from number 1 to
green.
what?
1 through
Talking
8.
about the wheel.
The
The wheel is 1 to 83,
1 to 83, okay.
but the Ace of Spades is only 8 unless somebody else buys one.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Well, if we don't have anything else, I'd love to step into the Paul Harris Foundation presentations. So, George, are you leading this, or is it team?
No, Neil's handling it. He's going
Right.
to take it away, and then we'll just kind of do a little backwards visual on the certificate when
Wonderful.
he pulls the
Wonderful.
name up. But he's going to tell us a little bit. He's going to kind of take over the program.
Thank you.
All right, are y'all ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, first of all, I just want to take a little moment to tell you how much I really enjoyed being your district governor, assistant governor for the last 2 years. And before that, I was your foundation cheerleader. And I just want to tell you how proud I am of you, for y'all had a fantastic year last year. And part of that fantastic year was the awarding, help me out there, George, was it 14 or 15 total?
15.
15 total Paul Harris Fellows and multiple Paul Harris Fellows. And that is really an amazing achievement. And I was so glad to be able to assist y'all in getting that done. And I'm glad that I'm going to be able to help be a part of presenting some of them. I also want to tell you how much I enjoy your club and I miss it. And I can't wait for y'all to get back meeting again personally, because I want to continue to come and visit as many times as I can and help you out as much as I can. So that's my little introduction. So let's talk about Paul Harris Fellow. The Paul Harris Fellowship really has 2 major parts. Can anybody guess what one of the major parts is? Hint, hint, it's in the name. Paul Harris. Everybody here know who Paul Harris was? We have some visitors. Of course, Paul Harris was the founder of Rotary. And in 1905, he and 3 other business associates met in his office in Chicago, and that was the first Rotary meeting. And they formed Rotary to help their business interests, but as much as that, for friendship and fellowship. And y'all know, I mean, your club has wonderful fellowship, and eventually to do service projects. And since that first meeting, Rotary has grown into one of the premier clubs in the world, over 1.2 million Rotarians around the world, thousands of clubs in hundreds of countries, and really does incredible good in the world. So Paul Harris, founder of Rotary, is the first piece. The second piece of the Paul Harris Fellowships is the Rotary Foundation. And the Rotary Foundation is a foundation that raises money to do good in the world. Does anybody know what year the Rotary Foundation was founded? Do you remember from some of your Rotary? It was founded in 1917 by then Rotary International President Arch Klump. And he decided that we were doing great projects in our country, but he wanted to establish a foundation to do good in the world, not only in our country, but in countries around the world. So he established the Rotary Foundation and made the first contribution to the Rotary Foundation, which was $26.50. I don't know how he came up with the 50 cents, but anyway, from that $26.50, the Rotary Foundation has since raised billions, literally billions and billions of dollars that do good in the world in a variety of projects. Some of these projects include Polio Plus, which of course is our key project, which is raising money to bring an end to polio in the world. I think Africa was just declared wild polio free, so now we're only down to 2 countries. So we're hoping that eventually we can completely eradicate polio from the face of the earth. It also funds projects in clean water, sanitation, education, peace, women and children projects, and just a wide variety of projects all over the world. And some people don't realize that the money is not just for international projects, but some of that money comes back into our district and can come back to the individual Rotary clubs, and you can get some of that money back that is donated to do your projects. So it's really a really great way for raising money and to distributing money all over the world to do good in the world. So how do we get money in the foundation? Well, the money in the foundation comes from donations of Rotarians and even non-Rotarians. Most Rotarians will make a contribution every year. There's a thing called E-Ray. Every Rotarian every year giving something to the foundation. And most Rotarians, well, I won't say most, but many Rotarians give $100 a year and become what's called a sustaining member. And I know most, if not all of your club, I believe, are sustaining members. I know last year y'all were either 100% or right at it, and that's amazing. So the Rotary Foundation was chugging along and doing pretty well. And then guess what happened in 1947? Paul Harris passed away. And so many, many people were sending in donations to the foundation, and the foundation was growing in leaps and bounds. So Rotary International decided, how can we think of a way that we can continue these donations coming in, but honor Paul Harris, the founder of Rotary? So they created the Paul Harris Fellowship. So any Rotarian who donates $1,000 to the Rotary Foundation, or anyone who contributes some, other people can contribute to their account. But once that Rotarian's account, foundation account, reaches $1,000, they are designated as a Paul Harris Fellow. And they will receive a Paul Harris Fellow certificate and a Paul Harris Fellow pin. But it doesn't just stop there. After that award, you can continue and move on to what's called a multiple Paul Harris Fellow. So when the second $2,000 is reached, you become a Paul Harris Fellow +1. And on and on and on and so forth until you finally get to 10, and that's when you become a major donor. So today we have the honor of awarding a number of first-time Paul Harris Fellows, and we also are going to be awarding some multiple Paul Harris Fellows. But before we get to that, I just thought I would throw it open for a question or two. If you have any questions about the foundation, I thought it would be good if we gave a little background of kind of how it started and what it was about and how you get there. But if there are no questions specifically about it, I think we can move on and do these awards. What do you think, guys?
Let's move on.
Good job.
I think we're ready.
All right.
On that.
All right. Well, we have the honor today of awarding 4 new Paul Harris Fellows. And these Paul Harris Fellows are being recognized not only for their generosity in giving to the foundation, but also their support of the ideals of Rotary, the goals of Rotary, and the projects around the world that are being done because of your contributions to the foundation. So here's the first one. Our first Paul Harris Fellow is Robin Cannon. Where are you, Robin? There's your, look, it's your Paul Harris Fellow certificate. And you're going to hold the pen up. Do we have the pen? And there's the Paul Harris Fellow pen. And I'm sure George will have some way of getting these to you before you guys meet in person again, but we'll get them to you. Congratulations. Wonderful. All right. Our second Paul Harris Fellow is Tim Hayes.
Hey.
Tim.
Hello. Thank you.
We're so, man, it's so good to see you, Tim. I miss you. Hope you'll come back and visit sometime, because if you do, I will be there. I guarantee.
Oh, you never know what's going to come in the future.
Well, that's true. We found that out this year,
Yeah.
haven't we? All right. Congratulations. All right. Our third Paul Harris Fellow is Elaine Percival. Congratulations, Elaine. Paul Harris Fellow. Do we have her certificate?
Yep.
Did we see it? Okay. Are we ready to move on? All right. Our fourth and final new Paul Harris Fellow is Tina White.
Tina.
Congratulations, Tina.
Thank
Yay. Okay. All right. Drum roll. We're now moving to multiple Paul Harris Fellows. Receiving a Paul Harris Fellow +1 is Bing Crosby. Don't know if he's on today or not.
He couldn't make it, unfortunately.
Couldn't make it, but that's okay. I'm sure you'll make sure he gets his. All right, moving on. A Paul Harris Fellow +2, Bill Felkel. I know he's there.
I'm here, and I just want to make an additional comment.
Yes.
This is my second one today. My wife has one, and my son has one.
Okay.
Wow.
So the 4, with counting the 2 today, I guess on my behalf.
Yeah, that's a good point. And I meant to bring that up, is that you don't have to be a Rotarian to receive a Paul Harris Fellow.
Right.
You can make your family, your spouse, your kids. Presidents have been made Paul Harris Fellows, sports people, astronauts. If you've got somebody you want to make a Paul Harris Fellow and you want to donate $1,000 to the foundation, you can make them a Paul Harris Fellow. So
Amen.
that's good. And the other thing that I wanted to say is that when you get this +1, +2, you saw the pin and you just saw Bill's pin. It is the pin and it has 2 sapphires on it. So +1 is 1 sapphire, +2 is 2, +3 is 3, 4, 5. And then after 5, when you get to a Paul Harris +6, you get a ruby. And 7 is 2 rubies, and so on, until you get to be a major donor. Okay, and last, and certainly not least, receiving a Paul Harris pin +3 is Arch Woodard.
Yeah.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Paul Harris +3. Let's give all of these guys a round of applause. Yay! Congratulations. As I said before, it was a real pleasure to work with George on this and to do all the good paperwork and make sure all the numbers were right and to get all these done. So, any other questions or any other?
You did an excellent job with the background of Paul Harris. Thank you.
Oh, well, good. Thank you. Some of you have probably all heard that before, and I didn't want to get too far into it, but it needs to know a little bit about how it happened and why it happened and what it does. And so y'all keep working. I know you'll keep working, and I'm sure you'll have some more Paul Harris Fellows this year. And if there's anything I can do to help, if you need some help in figuring out dollars and points and all that good stuff and the paperwork, I'll be happy to help you anytime, even though I'm not officially your assistant district governor. I'd be happy to help you in any way.
I have one other comment to make.
Yes.
And that, I'm a native South Carolinian, but we've lived in Florida for 40 years. But driving to Asheville on I-40, we go under the Paul Harris bypass, a freeway or something. I'm sure there's got to be the same Paul Harris, is it not?
I'm not sure it is. I don't think it is, but it might be.
I was always curious about that.
Yeah, maybe I'll have to do a little research into that and see. But yeah, I'm sure there are quite a few Paul Harrises around, but it would be interesting to know if that was
Yeah,
true
it
or
would
not.
be. It
Yeah,
would be. I assume that it was, but certainly not
maybe,
sure
who
about
knows?
that.
I'll find out.
Well,
Awesome.
Neil, we certainly want to thank you for your continued support. I mean, this is above and beyond what I guess what it seems like what a district governor would do for us. And you've kind of been our Paul Harris angel for a number of years here, and we certainly appreciate all your support and guidance.
Well, thank you. And it's, you know, your guys are doing the work and getting the dollars and getting them in there. So it's certainly not a problem to help you in any way. And I'm sure O'Neill, your current assistant governor, can help you if he needs to. But the foundation has always been near and dear to my heart, particularly because of Polio Plus. It's oddly enough, I became a Rotarian in 1985, the year Polio Plus started in Rotary. Wow. And was right there at the beginning. And my dad actually had a mild case of polio in his left arm, which he managed to overcome and never really suffered any major lifetime problems. But that's always been special, and the foundation has been special. And so it's something I have really been involved with, and I know it pretty well. So I'm always glad to share my experience and expertise with you.
Excellent.
We appreciate that. And if you don't have to go, you might want to, I meant to mention this earlier when we were talking about announcements. At the clinic that I work, we're looking for additional board members. And I was speaking to a young lady that's from the area the other day, and in the conversation it came up that I'm in Rotary here, and she said, "Oh my gosh, I can't tell you how important that was in my life." When she was, and her name is Megan Graham, and I don't know if some of the people that have been around for a few years, Marvin shaking his head, Megan Graham went to Mitchell High School, and she indicated that she was talking to somebody there at school and saw a box of Rotary paraphernalia, and she was asking about that, and the gentleman said it was I think the peer program, the Interact peer program,
right?
And she became interested in that and started that back up at Mitchell High School.
That's great.
And that directed her into a different career path. She's now with Duke University and living here in this area, and she credits her time and activity with Rotary to giving her direction and a lot of support and guidance at some crucial time. And she felt that the program, the peer program, really helped students in Mitchell High School and around, that it's an excellent program. So that was something I wasn't even aware that we had or have.
Yeah.
That's first I heard about that program, and I don't even know if it's still going in the local.
I don't know. Interact, of course, is in high school, and Rotaract is in college, and the foundation supports student exchanges and visiting scholars and all kinds of wonderful education things, which is a part of the foundation, which is a part of the Paul Harris Fellowship. Great.
So you never know how these things will impact folks in years to come, and at the moment and in years to come. So
now, where is she now? She's at Duke. Is that what you said?
No, she doesn't teach at Duke. She works for Duke, but she lives here in Mitchell most of the time. She has a cabin here, and she says, I want to be up here in the mountains, but she has to go back to Durham now and then.
Well, if she's not a Rotarian,
COVID,
you should invite her.
Well, I'm going to work on her.
Good.
Yeah. I got to get her on the board first at the clinic. We need her there.
Sure. Oh, I understand. But once you get her there, see, she can maybe come over and be at Rotary meetings when she's in town.
I'll invite her to a meeting.
Do you know her?
She graduated from high school with my youngest son.
Oh, okay.
Good. Yeah. Invite her to a meeting. Yeah.
I've not been able to meet her except on via the phone right now. So she'll be coming to one of our board meetings soon. So anything else? Again, thank you, Neil. Thank you, and congratulations to all the Paul Harris Fellows here, Bill and Ruby and Tina and think that's all that we had. That's, oh, and Tim, you're hiding behind the camera, so I didn't see you.
Yeah, no, I'm very happy to get that. That means a lot to me.
It does. It does.
Thank you.
I'll be mailing that out to you, Tim, and then I'll call the other individuals and see how we're gonna get that. Maybe Bob might want to present his prospective member to us and give him a chance to, because we don't have the opportunity to talk casually in person with him. Maybe, you know, you can give us a little background.
I can do that, George, or I can just say, Marvin, if you just want to introduce yourself.
Yeah, I'm happy to do that. Yeah, my name is Marvin Rogers, and I'm from a little town in South Carolina called Easley, South Carolina, near Greenville. And I spent most of my adult working life in Charlotte, and my wife and I moved here about 3 years ago. And I've been commuting sort of back and forth, but since COVID, I've pretty much been working here, and I'm retiring at the end of the year, and am excited about trying to find a way to get involved in the community and be a part of organizations like this. So I'm happy to have the opportunity to be on this call and maybe meet some of you guys in the near future.
Love that.
Right.
Well, thank you. And Marvin, what type of work are you retiring from?
I'm a lawyer. I'm a corporate lawyer, and I've been with McGuire Woods, which is a Richmond-based law firm for since really 1993. So I've been there for a long time, and I'm excited to start a new chapter.
Wonderful. And you live in Spruce Pine or Mitchell County?
I do. Well, technically, I live in Avery County. I live about 7 or 8 miles outside of Spruce Pine, down 19E up toward Plumtree, just off on one of those roads over there. And
beautiful area.
Yeah, it's nice out here. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah.
Chuck, he's got a Spruce Pine address, so we're drafting him on our team. We're not.
Yeah, I do have a Spruce Pine address, even though I'm in Avery County.
Yeah. Yeah, we won't let those Avery guys grab you. We won't let that.
No, that's not.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much for joining us today and letting us know a little bit about your background. And yes, it's a wonderful group, and it's a great way, as all Rotary clubs, it's a great way to get to know folks in the community and a wide-ranging group of folks. And this Rotary Club has done a lot of good things in the past few years. The park down at Riverside Park, you probably saw the playground for the children.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of our projects that we've done well. We usually have a barbecue festival or some kind of little blues or music and barbecue festival. This year, obviously, we didn't have that. We'll probably kick something back in next year. We were struggling a little bit on finding a good service project amidst COVID, what to do in that regard.
Yeah.
But we'll find something once this problem's over.
Well, that's great. I'm really looking forward to meeting a lot of you all when it's safe to meet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great.
Hopefully, maybe December, but hopefully no later than January.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Anything else? This is Assembly Day, so we use that day to do our Paul Harris Fellowship Awards for those that weren't able to attend and be at the in-person one that we had last month at Bill Carson's place. And we're missing Bill today. He's not on board. Anything else anybody wants to talk about in regard to that? Okay. I don't know who's going to spin for us on the date numbers. Nelson, you got that ready?
Okay. Wonder if you can see it.
I can't read that. You're going to have to read it out to us. Oh, five.
Five.
And Robin?
Robin's on mute again.
5 is Tina. Tina wins. So
Hey.
Tina, I guess that means when Alex is back with his cards next week, you can draw, because we don't have a way to do the cards virtually.
We'll have to have we'll have to have an extra long meeting next time so Nelson and Tina can draw their cards. Because we'll have 3 sets of cards then to draw.
Yeah.
Hey, I wanted to mention too that I'm sort of been on hold on programs and scheduling anything since I didn't know what we were going to be doing. So maybe if we put something out to all of our club members, because we've got a lot of interesting people in our club that have good stories and backgrounds. So I don't know if that's okay with you or not, Nelson, but maybe on our next club announcement, we could see who would like to be a speaker for one of our programs.
Okay.
Thank you.
You know, hey, Robin, if you'd like, there is a random shuffler on the phone for cards. So if you want to do
Yeah.
it, we can. Or
I thought about doing that, but some of our cards are missing and we don't know which ones we've torn up because every time somebody doesn't draw, we tear up their card. So
yeah, you have to start this on a new deck. Take them out over time.
We're not playing with a full deck.
Oh,
we're
boy.
not.
We're doing the best we
There's
can.
a good bit of money in that pot for those of you that like to wait until the pot is large. Next week, it's over $100. I'll have to look again and see. But
Goodness.
we're up
How many cards do I have out there?
I don't know. I think we're about halfway through because when we started meeting virtually, there was already some money in the pot. And well,
I think we've all forgotten like what our numbers and cards are.
Yeah. Well, Alex has them.
Alex.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we might have a chance. Now that Calvin isn't showing up at the meeting.
Yes.
He always seems to get it when it gets to be a big pot.
That's true.
All right, folks. Well, this has been a wonderful meeting. Thank you for your time today. Appreciate all that you do, and we'll be back together soon. Definitely next week, and please, Nelson, send that out. Let's. We have a lot of interesting folks that can tell some interesting tales. I missed yours. Census taking tales the other day, so I hated missing that.
You guys want me to do it again?
Once might have been enough. I don't know.
Once every 10 years.
Man, Marvin, you're on a roll.
Really?
Marvin,
I
has
think
it
we're
been
going
a
to have
tough
to
day
have
at
an
the office here?
ophthalmology announcement or something.
Yeah. Wow.
Tough day in the office, Martin.
Don't forget the dark sky thing. Those of you that have signed up Tuesday at 5.
And keep your fingers crossed for clear skies. It'll be fun either way, but it'd be better if we have clear skies.
You all can share with us next week about it.
We'll take photos.
Hey, that'll be a good one for next Thursday. Somebody make a little presentation about the dark skies they had.
Well, we'll nominate Marvin.
Yay, Marvin!
Thank you, Marvin.
I knew I shouldn't show up today. Golly.
Well, that's payback for those 2 bad jokes.
Perfect selection.
Should have had a third.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, let's close with the Rotary 4-way test of the things we think, say, or do. Is it the truth?
Truth.
Is it
Is
fair,
it fair to all concerned?
Will it build good
Will and better friendships?
Will it
Will
be
be beneficial to all concerned?
Thank you very much, and have a wonderful
Meeting,
day.
guys.
Bye.
Good to see you.
Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.
Bye. Bye, Kim.
Bye, Tim.
Goodbye. Thank you for inviting me today.
We'll come back next week.
Thank you.
Yeah, I just might do that.
Good.
All right. I'll see you.